Good morning and welcome to Drew's Book Review. So, today's book is going to be The Broken Eye by Brent Weeks, book 3 in the Lightbringer series. Now, I kind of made the mistake of reading book 4 before book 3. I didn't realize it till I was halfway through book 4, so I'm kind of doing this review after the review on book 4. So hopefully you do get to watching this video review before you watch my book 4 review, which was posted earlier. But anyway, so of course this book deals more with the Order of the Broken Eye, which is kind of like the secret society who's working towards ending the existing political structure of the world as we know it in this Lightbringer series. So you've got Karis, who's being elevated to the position of the White, and the rivalry between Kip and Andros. Andros being the Black and Kip's grandfather, and how Kip has been manipulated and basically forced into becoming a spy for his grandfather, something he doesn't actually want to be doing, but he really has no choice. He's put into a position where he must do this for his own survival, along with Kip and his friends, and he finds himself being put into a political marriage with a woman who once tried to have him assassinated. So definitely some really interesting power play dynamics at place in this book, and definitely makes for an interesting storyline. But I kind of want to talk a little bit about the Lightbringer series as a whole as well, and touch on some points I think I missed in my last review on book 4. As a whole, I love the idea behind the Lightbringer series and what it includes, and how the story and the magic of the series itself is created. It's all based off of the light spectrum and different drafters with different abilities within the light. And you have polychromes, and then you have the prism itself. So the prism has the ability to control the entire light spectrum. Polychromes have the ability to control more than one aspect of the light spectrum itself, so more than one color. So this whole series really boils down to the battle and war and power struggle between the religious and the state, or the government of the day. And it's really more of a theocracy style government that we have within this world that has been created, where Orhorlem is the god of this world. He's basically the sun. The sun is referred to as Orhorlem's eye. And one of the kind of more disturbing aspects of this worship is they have a punishment or execution called the glare of Orhorlem. You will be sentenced to die by Orhorlem's glare. And what this is they use these giant mirrors after they strap you down to this table in a public spectacle, and they use these giant mirrors to focus and enhance the energy of the sun's light like a laser beam, and is directed at the person who's being executed on this table, kind of like frying an ant with a magnifying glass. These mirrors do the same thing and kind of turn the sun's energy into this laser that burns you alive on this table as a form of public execution and punishment for blasphemy and for going against the religious ideology of the day. And you'll be burned by Orhorlem's glare as a heretic. So that is just really a disturbing aspect of the kind of punishments that this world inflicts, or this religious theocracy inflicts upon the individuals who go against the teachings of the Chromaria and of the High Luxants. Now, the Luxants are the ones that are basically the high priests of this religion and this world that's been created by Brent Weeks. So they're like the church leadership and the ruling council of the church, with the prism being the head of that. And then, of course, you have the aspects of the Black and the White as well, who also have their elements of power and control. They basically work with the prism. But as we know, Andros Kyle, the Black, he's got his own agenda, and he's manipulating his events to serve his purpose, giving himself power and authority to lead the war and to be basically commander-in-chief of the military, and becoming effectively the Promachos, or warlord, of this world so that he could subdue other countries of the 7 satrapies. And satrapies kind of being like their own individual nations, but still subject to the will of the Chromaria, which is like, the Chromaria is basically the church. So we have Primachos Gal now, who's out there waging war and recruiting his own elite group of guards and those who are expressly loyal to him to do his bidding as well. And then you have the Black Guards, who have sworn to protect the church and its high Luxians and its high priests and the leadership at all costs, even from the leadership itself, although we learn in The Broken Eye that that's not quite true, that the Black Guards actually have a slightly different purpose in all of it, but I'm not going to reveal too much because I don't want to give you any spoilers. But overall, I really love how this series is playing out. I love the book, and just a really good read. I really enjoyed that, and I love how they use the light spectrum, which really is our world. I mean, we only see what we see because of the refraction and reflection of light from the sun and the light spectrum. So to be able to effectively take that and manipulate that and change that and turn it into physical objects and change the world around us is a pretty cool aspect of the description of the magic system within this book, and I really, really like that about it, and I love that about Brent Weeks' Lightbringer series as well. But I also want to touch lightly on Book 4, The Blood Mirror, which I missed one aspect in that review. I just want to quickly add into this review, is I really, really liked within The Blood Mirror what I thought was really unique, or maybe not so much unique, but just a really well played out storyline. The entire time, Davin, or Gal, depending on what day it is, basically, he finds himself trapped in a prison of his own making. But one aspect I really missed on that is that while he's within the prison in the Blood Mirror of his own making, he is haunted by the reflection of himself, who essentially is taunting him and forcing him to face everything that he's ever done within his life, forcing him to face all the lies and the deception and the mistakes and the crimes which he has committed, and torturing him with the reflection of his true self and who he really is. And he's forced to confront this as he wastes away, withers away, and dies in a prison of his own making. And I just thought that was really awesome aspect to the Blood Mirror. And overall, I'd say the Lightbringer series is just fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I really think you need to pick this up and read, especially if you're a sci-fi fantasy fan. Brent Weeks has just done a fantastic job with this, and I look forward to getting book 5 in the series eventually, and I'm sure that'll be just as good. But Lightbringer, definitely well worth the read, and I hope you do pick it up and read it. Just really, really good. And also, of course, thanks again for watching, and thanks again for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And of course, post any comments below on anything that you might feel you wish to add to this. And as always, thanks for watching, and also stay tuned, because next up we're going to be reading Brandon Sanderson's Calamity, book 3 of the Reckoner series by Brandon Sanderson. So this ought to be a good read. His first 2 were, I certainly know that, and look forward to reading that. And again, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy your day. And you have yourself a great day. And of course, don't forget to subscribe at facebook.com/drewsbookreviews and andrewsbookreviews.wordpress.com. Of course, those links will be in the description below as well. Thank you so much, and I hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Thanks again for watching.